guys, welcome back to Cuda Cave. Sorry it's been a while since I posted a video. I think it's been 6-8 months, I don't know. Crazy summer, just lots going on. Went back and changed careers, so I got my DZ. I can drive dump truck, boom truck, stuff like that. So that consumed a bunch of my time. Also in that time I changed careers, so now I'm doing something totally different. I don't know what times I have that I can work in the shop, but here we are. Time to get another video up. Time to get more work done in Cuda Cave. The shop's been quiet, you know, I come out here, I look at the car, I kind of go, oh, I gotta work on you. Problem is that I have no motivation right at the moment. I do have other projects that I have on the go. Just finished a 96 Chevy for a friend of mine. Cab corners, floor pan in there, so we got that done. But right now, I got to build some income so we can buy the more expensive parts for this. So I'll take on another customer's vehicle. I'll show you that. I'm going to profile that on my channel. It is not a Mopar project, so hopefully you guys don't shun me too much, being that this is Cuda Cave and it's a Mopar. But a car's a car. It turnkey, drive, hot rod. Let's drive it. Let's enjoy them. So I get the pleasure out of building and working on different classic vehicles. 96 pickup, this is getting a little bit newer, but you know, it's same thing, sheet metal, welded in, done. So why don't I give you a little bit of an update on the Cuda. There's not much to report, but and then we'll profile what the next project is here, okay guys? All right guys, so here's the Cuda. Yeah, it's sitting here, you know, flat surfaces collect everything. And the Cuda's been doing that. It's been collecting everything. But, you know, we'll get back to this. We'll get working on it. But for right now, I have to introduce you to the next project in the Cuda Cave. So I will turn you around and I will show you the next project. All right, so we got 1980 Pontiac Firebird. This is the Smokey and Bandit type of car. So far, I've been tinkering a little bit, took the inserts out, the bottom spoiler and the fender flares. As you can tell, it probably wasn't painted the greatest last time that somebody painted it. All the black paint chipped off. When I was tearing this apart, I looked at the spoiler on it, and it's just cracked. It's in tough shape. And I was actually a little bit worried about it, but the owner of the car, Bobby Ann, she showed up today to bring some parts. And this little beauty was sitting in there. I was so happy to see this part. No cracks, no dings, just needs a nice, good sanding, and it'll be part of the paint. The hood arrived, so we've got the hood as well. The shaker, I guess it's not a shaker, that's a Mopar thing, but there's the spoiler for it. There's the hood, a few extra spare parts in here. And like I said, I was doing a little bit of tinkering on it this morning. Get some work done on it. This fender is a replacement fender, so we got to do some work on it. It's actually got to be moved forward. From what I noticed up here, this gap in here, I believe it's because the fender's not far enough forward into the front clip. So when you open up the door, it actually crinks in here and it rubs. But the door is way out of adjustment. If you can see here, it's sitting really low. So we'll get the doors adjusted. We'll figure out what we got to do here. As far as sheet metal goes, we do have to work on this little part of the quarter panel on this side. The back is fine. On the passenger side, both spots in front and behind the wheel need to be done. And I got one cross member that goes along the back underneath that needs to be done. The floor pan will be done in this. So I will be profiling this car. I hope my Mopar fans are not disappointed that I'm doing a Pontiac. But we will get back to the Cuda shortly here. Like I said, I'm a small shop, so we do what we can, build some income, and get back on the Cuda. But for right now, guys, I hope you enjoy the Trans Am build. I am really looking forward to this. I'm really hoping that we can have this done the end of March, beginning of April sometime, because she wants to take it to a wedding in May. Bobby Ann's very excited to see her car done. It hasn't been on the road since I think she said 96 or 98, something like that. So let's make her dream come true. Let's get her rocking in this car again. Okay, so we'll do a little bit more work here and we'll profile the car. Stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, so looking in here and kind of trying to discover how to actually take this off. I want to take that whole front bumper section off. Looking at this, I'm seeing, I think it's guitar wire. It's actually holding the retainer on for the headlight. We'll make that proper for her. But I want to take it off because all this in here, it's just chipping away. There's a lip on here. So we'll sand that down, we'll feather it out. But it's all plastic. So it's bound to chip, it's bound to move. Okay. But I think down in here, oh, I got the sunlight in the way. It's great to see the sunlight though. But I think down in here, there's some bolts and whatnot. We're gonna take the entire cradle off, the whole front clip. It'll make it a little bit easier to move these fenders so I can get the door lined up better as well. And I don't know if I'm doing it right or not, but I think I wanna actually move the fenders as far forward as I can, line up the doors, and then line up the fenders to the doors. I think that's my best course. If you guys have any suggestions what would work better, I'm more than willing to hear it, more than willing to tinker with your suggestions. Just leave a comment below and we'll go from there. But let's get into it. Let's get this front off of here. Okay? All right, guys, so I kind of jumped the gun a little bit and I wanted to see how this came apart. That way it looks better for you guys on video. But what I noticed is, okay, so we got that spot right here. Got to take a bolt out here. There's two bolts that hold on to basically behind the hood latch. And likewise on the other side, there's one here. Take you underneath. Just give me a moment and we'll get positioned. The driver's side fender had been replaced at some point. So there's minimal bolts in here that I needed to remove. So there's two bolts right here. There's another one further up and another one way at the top. There should be another one right at the very, very, very top, but there wasn't a bolt in there. So really I only had two nuts and one nut and one bolt actually holding the front clip onto where it belongs. I did get over anxious and I thought I had to remove the bumper, but it's a separate piece as I realized when I pulled it off. So these got tightened back up. Same thing on the other side. I'll get repositioned here and we'll yank this off. All right, guys, so let's take this front clip off. Yeah, let's just do it. So I got all my bolts loosened, good handhold. Wiggle it out. And there it is. So what we'll do now, I noticed that there's a bunch of small bolts in the back. So we'll take out the headlight bezels and everything. That way we can get in here and we can clean this all up. These, whoa, I'll get you up closer here, just a moment. So yeah, we still got to remove the headlights, all the pockets in behind. If you notice, the license plate brackets are really wiggled. Some of the plastic's ripped. So we'll take these off, straighten them up, and see what we can do to fix the plastic on there. Yeah, I just find it's going to be a whole lot easier to prep this when it's not on the car. That way I can play around with the fenders. And like I said, this is a replacement fender. The other one's original. The car was yellow at one time, painted black. She wants it black again, so a little bit labor intensive doing fill and sand, guide coat, you know, all the story. But we'll just keep on going here. Something I did notice when I was taking this apart, somebody did not put these bolts back in, so I didn't have to remove these. Otherwise, I think I would have removed it from this point and then just taken this out as a bracket. Maybe not the right way, maybe the proper way, not sure, but there wasn't any bolts holding this in. So really the only thing that was holding this car, the front clip on here, was actually, I had a bolt here, a nut, these ones up here, and 2 bolts here. Pretty much that's all that was holding that on there. But hey, we're moving along. I think next thing I'll do is actually play with the fender, get that loosened up, moved ahead, start lining up the doors. All right guys, so I got to the point on this. I'm looking at the fenders, gonna take a little bit of moving around, looking at the doors, got to adjust that. I don't know if I'm further ahead to actually take the fender off, line up the door, and then put the fender back on, line it up. Either way, it's gonna be a little bit of finagling. But for today, kind of run out of steam, got a lot done. I still got to pull the headlight pockets off the front clip here, start sanding it. I think I'm just going to work my way from the front, work our way back, and then we'll just keep on filming this, show you guys what we're doing. Thank you for subscribing. I know it's a short video this time around, but I got to jump back into this and provide some more content for you guys. If you like the video, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the new project. I'm looking forward to getting further along, do some sanding. Well, not really looking forward to sanding. It's an arduous task, but it needs to be done. So until next time, guys, take care. Have a great weekend.